warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Ms. Uyun, for the beautiful prayer. Now we are going to listen to Indonesian national anthem and following by Unisula's hymn. Operator, please share the screen and play the song.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allah, Allah, Allah Maha Besar. Unisulah alma mater kita, siapkan insan khairul ummah dengan Al-Quran hadis, berjuang harapkan ridha Allah. Ayo berjihad fisabilillah, tebarkan ruah Islamiyah dengan semangat budaya yang amanah dan istiqomah. Yuk cintai Allah, ikuti Rasulullah, sayangi sesama, dapatkan rahmat dan keberkahan. Yuk cintai Allah, ikuti Rasulullah, sayangi sesama, untuk kebahagiaan bersama. Ayo berjihad fisabilillah, semangat budai yang amanah dan istiqomah. Yuk cintai Allah, ikuti Rasulullah, sayangi sesama, dapatkan rahmat dan keberkahan. Yuk cintai Allah, ikuti Rasulullah, sayangi sesama, untuk kebahagiaan bersama. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allah Maha Besar. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allah Maha Besar. Allah Maha Besar, Allah Maha Besar.
Now, we will listen to the opening speech delivered by Vice Rector from Sultan Agung Islamic University. Please welcome Mr. Haji Andre Sugiono, STMM, PhD. For Mr. Andre, time is yours.
Hey, does my voice sound clear?
Yes, you are clear, Mr.
Okay, thank you. A'udzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
wabarakatuh.
The Honorable Dean of Faculty of Psychology, Universitas Islam Sultan Agung, the Honorable Bapak Ibu dosen, professor, and faculty staff members of Psychology Faculty of Unisula. Also, especially for our guest today from Malaysia, Philippines, and Saudi Arabia, Dr. Pamilia Laurdunotam from Department of Psychology, UIA Malaysia. Also, Dr. Jamila Hanum Abdul Hoyum from Department of Psychology, UIA Malaysia. Also, Miss Giselle Grace Galensoga Diaz from San Pedro College, Philippines. Also, Dr. Mary Ann Rose Corpus Bartolo, also from San Pedro College of Philippines. Also, Mrs. Arocia Sui from Prince Sultan University, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. First of all, let us say thanks to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala for the blessings of grace and abundance of blessings today, so that we can be together today in order to attend the welcoming ceremony of International Ideas Exchange and Empowerment Program, IDEEP, with the theme Caring for Our Well-Being. Talking about exchange, Universitas Islam Sultan Agung, or Unisula, has collaborated with many universities until today. There are across the globe in fostering internationalization and mutual benefit in education, research, and other areas involving the lecturer as well as the students' mobility. One of the program highlighted today, which is IDEEP, that organized by Faculty of Psychology Unisula. This program highlighted by idea exchange and empowerment program for Unisula student and partner university student. So today, I think there are many of students from Malaysia, from Philippines, and from Saudi Arabia that will be discussed and exchange idea in today's program. The purpose of this program is, in addition to establishing cooperation between university, also it is great hope that the youth students join this event will get benefit from the course related to improve well-being through many perspectives, of course. Also, working together to create innovative idea in order to strengthen our community well-being. The presence of professors and experts today in our faculty, in our university, I hope can improve our academic atmosphere through today's webinar, maybe expert lectures to our students, and also it can be increase the knowledge of our students. This program was initiated by Faculty of Psychology Unisula, also International Office of Unisula, and thank you very much for faculty that has organized this program, also for your presence, all of you, especially for the students from Unisula, from Malaysia, from Philippines, and from Saudi Arabia. Hopefully, what we have done this day will get blessing from Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, and what we have planned can run successfully. Thank you very much also for our speakers that will give some thoughts and idea today. Thank you. Wabillahi taufiq. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Mr. Andre, for the opening speech. Now we will listen to the opening speech delivered by Mrs. Diani Ufieta Syafitri from Faculty of Psychology, Sultan Agung Islamic University, as chief organizer. Please welcome Mrs. Diani Ufieta Syafitri.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning from Indonesian Western Time Zone. My name is Diani Ufieta Syafitri. I am the Chief of Committee of IDIP 2022. I am the staff lecturer in clinical psychology, and I'm also a clinical psychologist. First of all, I would like to say thank you to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, the most merciful, who granted us with health and good condition to attend this event today without any obstacles. I also want to send salawat and salam towards our beloved messenger, Rasulullah Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Second, I would like to greet our Vice Rector 1, Mr. Haji Andre Sugiono, STMM, PhD, who kindly opened this event, and our Dean of the Faculty of Psychology Unisula, Mr. Ruseno Arjendi, MA, and our dearest Vice Deans, Ms. Titin Suprihatin, MPSI, and Ms. Sarmatun. And I would like also greet my colleague lecturers staffs, and students. Then I would like to extend the warmest greetings to all of our participants here today. In this opportunity, on behalf of our faculty, I am very grateful to have all of you here today, that you are willing to spend some of your time with us here for the following days. And in IDEEP 2022, there are 84 participants from 9 universities from 7 countries, including Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Mongolia, Bangladesh, Taiwan, and Vietnam. In these trying times with the pandemics, war, or conflicts everywhere around the world, I believe this is the rightest moment for us to strengthen our partnership and friendship among countries, among universities, and among faculties. We designed IDEEP as 1 week empowerment program with the main theme is the caring for our well-being. As we know, it has been more than 2 years we live in the pandemic COVID-19 situation. This pandemic has brought a lot of changes in every aspect of our lives. Most of us also are personally affected by this situation, that sometimes we forget to take care of ourselves. We usually focus on learning, on studying, on working, focus on getting good grades, or focus on getting good recognition by our peers, by our teachers, by our families, but sometimes we just forget to take care of ourselves. So in this event, we invite you to learn together, exchange ideas, and create innovative ways in order to strive and grow together amidst the pandemic, not just an individual, but also as a group, as a community, and as a citizen of the world. As you might learn from the program book and buddies, the main activities of IDEEP are 1, the lecturing sessions. We have 3 lecturing sessions. The first is about the science of the well-being itself. And for those who come from the psychology major might already be familiar with the concept of well-beings, and there are some theories related to this concept, and that we will learn also about how to maintain our well-being. And the second is related to how pandemic affect our well-being, not just psychological well-being, but also social well-being, psychological, emotional well-being, economical, and many other aspects. And then the last but not least is the third session will talk about the resilience, how to build resilience as an individual and as a community in this pandemic COVID-19. The coordinator of this lecturing session is Mrs. Wahyuningsih Hoiriah. She is one of our staff lecturer in clinical psychology. And the second, we are going to have culture exhibitions from each country. I'm sure that our buddies already contacted the representative of your university to prepare the culture exhibitions. In this activity, we hope that we can learn and appreciate each other's culture to strengthen our relationship between countries. And the third, we're going to have 2 projects. In this activity, you are going to make innovative ideas to strengthen community resilience amidst the pandemic, and there will be special and detailed briefing related to this activity, and you will also present this group project, and there will be winner for the best idea and winner for the best speaker. So make sure that you do it, that you do your best. And the coordinator of the group project is Ms. Retno Setyaningsih. She is one of our lecturer also from the social psychology department. And the first and the last but not least is the international webinar. There will be 3 speakers from 3 countries that will be the speaker of this event. The first issue that we're going to talk is social media and pandemic. As we know, in the pandemic situation, we are asked to stay at home, and there are travel restrictions, and we are restricted to have activity outside the house. So most of us maybe spend more time in social media. So I think it will be very interesting to see how social media and pandemic comes together and finally affect our well-being. And the second is related to how we maintain our well-being from the spiritual and the psychological perspectives, which is also very important. And the last but not least, the issue that we're going to talk is related to build healthy lifestyle or healthy habits in this pandemic situation. As we know, again, I think this is also very interesting and important issue, since most of us maybe have online learning or online classes, so that we spend most of our times in front of our laptop sittings, and we make us reluctant to have workouts or physical exercises or have a good diet. So I think this is one issue. This one issue is also very exciting to talk about. So our coordinator for this international webinar is Mrs. Inhastuti Sugiasi. She is one of our lecturer also in the Department of Developmental Psychology. The last but not least, maybe most of you may have not heard about our university or our faculty. So in this opportunity, I would like to give a little bit introduction of our Faculty of Psychology. So we are located in Java Island, specifically in the Central Java, Semarang City, Indonesia. As in most ASEAN country, we have tropical climate, so we have sunshine throughout the year, and we also have rains. So this is maybe unlike the other country. I read that Mongolia can be very cold, but it is very hot usually here. So our university, especially located near the sea, so we usually can see the ocean and the ships from the window in our buildings, which is quite beautiful and serene. So, well, it's my deepest, sincerest hope that some of you someday can actually visit us here and us there to your beautiful countries. So, in order for you to get a clear image of our faculty or of our university, we will play a short video related to our faculty. Please, Mr. Operator, you can play the video. Okay, thank you, Mr. Operator, for the video. So I hope you guys get I'm sorry, I haven't turned on the camera. So thank you, Mr. Operator, for playing the video. As you can see from the video, I hope you guys can get a clear image of our university and our faculty. The last, I would like to say thank you for our official members, my colleagues, lecturers, the staffs, the student buddies, and the MCs who have worked so hard to prepare this event. And as this is our first time to hold such event, I also would like to extend my deepest, sincerest apologies in advance if there is anything caused you any uncomfortable while attending this event, whether it's for me, other official member, your buddies, or the MCs. Of course, we would love to hear any of your inputs, any of your suggestions to make this event better in the following year. I am also in the IDIPS participants group, so please don't be hesitate if you have any questions or I can be of help. I will see you again in the last day, inshallah, because I'm going to be the moderator for the international webinar. Okay, I think that's all from me. Once again, I hope you enjoy this event. As much as you learn, I hope that you will also have fun with your friends and your buddies in your own groups. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you so much for Ms. Diani Ufiata Syafitri for the opening speech. Now, because there are a lot of speech that we hear, so I think that it's time for us to change our mood to more relaxed. Yeah, because we are going to go to the first lecture. But before that, we want to introduce ourselves first as a Master of Ceremony, because in Indonesia we have some quotes. Risa?
I don't know if there's any a similar quote there, but in Indonesia or maybe in Malaysia, do you guys ever heard about this quote? Also, it's something like this: "Tak kenal maka tak sayang," which means if you don't know me, you don't love me.
Yeah, that is some of cringe quote, I think. But usually we call this, if we want to introduce ourselves, we use these quotes. If you don't love, if you don't know us, you don't love us. So it's time for us to introduce ourselves as a Master of Ceremony. But I will let Risa, because Risa is older than me, so I will let Risa to introduce herself to you guys.
How come? We're only 3 months older.
Oh yeah, you are only 3 months older. Sorry.
Okay, so hello guys, welcome to ID 2022. I'm Risa Almeida, but you guys can just call me Risa. I'm from Faculty of Psychology, Sultan Agung Islamic University, batch 2018. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Is there anything you want to know more about me? Please. Please comment in the comment section.
Yeah, you can comment if you want to know more about Risa Almeida or Sister Risa. I call her Sister Risa because she is more older than me, 3 months, but she's on the batch to 2018, so I am on 2019. So it's time for me to introduce myself. Okay, my name is Farah Diba Ramadhani Hakim. It's a very long name, but yeah, on screen, you can see on screen, it's a very long name. But you can just call me Diba, and I'm from Faculty of Psychology, and I'm on batch 2019. So technically, I'm younger than Sister Risa in here. But we are only 3 months apart.
Yeah, I'm in September and you are
on December. We are both 2000 line, 00 line. We are both on 00 line. Okay, so that we already introduced ourselves, that we want to know more about you guys from each of university, right?
Right.
Okay, I will let Sister Risa to choose first. Which one?
How about we switch?
Oh yeah, we switch. Okay.
One, two, three.
It means you win.
Yeah, I'm winning.
Yeah, you win.
Yeah, I want University Bangsa Malaysia. Okay, First, let's call the delegation of University Kebangsaan Malaysia. She is, yeah, it's called Nur Afika binti Mozaid. Please welcome Nur Afika binti Mozaid from University Kebangsaan Malaysia. Yay!
Open your camera and also
unmute
yourself.
yourself.
Yeah, unmute your Zoom account. Sorry.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello, Nur Afika.
Hello.
Oh.
Hello.
you're-
I'm audible.
hello.
Okay.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
audible.
No. I'm actually a friend of Afika. I'm in her uni. Yeah. So she's having trouble coming into the Zoom. So she asked, is it okay if she comes a bit later?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's okay.
it's okay, but maybe you can go on to replace Nur Afika to introduce yourself and your friend and your university.
Yeah, sure. Okay, just give me a second.
By the way, what's your name, Mr. What?
Mr. Tiresh, but you can just call me Resh atau
Trish.
Tiresh. Tiresh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Rish.
Hi.
Hi. So please introduce your self and your friends.
Okay.
Or and how many friends in University Kebangsaan Malaysia that joined ID 2022? Please.
Okay. Hi everyone. Greetings to everyone here who's in this meet. Salutations to the MC, the host. My name is Tiresh and Dr. Pamir. Okay. My name is Tiresh.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
No issue. I'm
But
sorry.
it is also my dream to become a doctor. So one day, so it's nice to see the salutation there.
Yeah, that's validation from us.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I mean,
So I'm from University Kebangsaan Malaysia, and I'm a second year psychology student from the Faculty of Social Science and Humanities in University Kebangsaan Malaysia. Together with me, there are 5 of us. The first one is Nur Afika. As you are, she is unable to come because she has some technical issues. Second, there is Nur Ain Nadira. I don't know if she's here also or not. Yeah, so she, and then we have Amar, and then we have Zarifa Rin. Yeah. A little bit background about themselves. Okay, an interesting fact about me is that I am someone who enjoys making people happy with humor. So I'm a very jovial kind of person, I guess. I mean, that's what people say, but yeah, it's either that or I'm annoying and obnoxious. So it's between the two. Yeah, and then we have Zarifa. An interesting fact about her is that she swallowed a magnet down her throat before. Yeah, she's kind of be a naughty kid lah. And then we have Amar. Amar is he executed a failed backflip and sprained his back once. Yeah, and then like, yeah, maybe he's quite young, so he did it for a stunt. And then we have Nadira. She reads the novel from ending to beginning. I think she's a big fan of reading. Yeah. And then I'm sorry, what else am I supposed to introduce?
maybe you can explain more about your University Kebangsaan Malaysia.
Okay, my uni. Okay, fun fact. Okay, there's a fun fact about most of us. Maybe it's about me. I have never entered my university before because of online learning. So from the first year until now, which is the second year, I have never entered my uni yet. So that is one thing. Mostly, my university is located at Bangi. It's in the middle of the woods, so we get to see a lot of flora and fauna. Yeah, we have quite a lot of monkeys there. Yeah, I'm not talking about the students there.
Yeah. Oh my God, you have a good jokes. Oh my God.
Yeah, so we have quite a lot of natures to wipe with us. So whenever we get stressed, it's them. And then we have quite a lot of cats, dogs, sometimes babi hutan. Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. And then about my university, in my faculty we have quite a lot because our faculty is social science and humanities, so we have quite a few branches down there. So we have the geography field, we have the history field, and also psychology field. Yeah. So that's all from my university. If you want to know more, I wish I can show you guys around. If I was there, I would have shown you guys. So yeah, I'm so sorry that I couldn't be able to show you guys how the university is. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Siapa namanya?
Thank you, Rush.
Thank you, Raj. Oh yeah. Okay. I've ever visited Malaysia in 2009, I guess, and it's a wonderful country.
Yeah,
Actually, yeah. And also I can speak Malay actually because I also in in region where people speak Melayu gitu.
yeah. She's from Batam.
I'm from Batam, Kepulauan Riau.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know.
Yeah.
It's nearest the Malaysia and Singapore.
So she speak Melayu.
Sedikit-sedikit.
Yeah. Like that. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for Rush that you already introduced us and then explain us about your university. It's similar that your university near forest that you can see flora and fauna, and our university near sea. So we can see a lot of fish also and flora and other fauna in the sea. Okay. Thank you so much, Raj.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Raj.
you.
I hope you enjoy the event today
Yeah.
and days to come.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. So next,
Thank you, guys.
because I lose to Sister Risa, so next I will choose maybe from San Pedro College.
Okay, from Philippines, right?
Yeah, from Philippines. In here we have Gabriel Mari Velio.
Okay, please welcome Gabriel.
Thank you so much. Hello, Risa and Diva. Hello to our professors as well, to our fellow students and organizers. All right, so thank you so much for the introduction, Risa and Diva. I am Gabriel Marifelio, a third-year BS Psychology from San Pedro College in the Philippines, and I am delighted to be here with you. And here are my fellow SPCians who are just as delighted to be in IDEEP. So I'd like to call them on just to recognize them. Guys, can you turn on your camera and I'll call you one by one. So from the second years, we have Janela Kin Micabalo, we have Jan Ria Nina Salamat, Princess Ninfa Kubila, Patricia June Manayaga, Dami Jo Ledesma, Frank David Munoz, Wendell Lorraine M. Bahaw, Aubrey Navarte, Maria Sofia Inton, Maria Patricia Misoles, Jasmine Pearl Maghuyop, and Leah Marie Almazan. So these are my fellow SPCians, and we'd like to have a wonderful time in ID with y'all.
Oh my God, you have a lot of friends in here.
Yes.
Total. How many?
I think there's 13 of us from SPC.
Wow, yeah.
So, okay, thank you so much that joined us in here in IDEEP. And then first, when you opened your camera, I was so speechless and you're so funny. So gorgeous. Oh my
So
God.
gorgeous. Beautiful.
R2, you're both gorgeous.
Oh my God, thank you. It's a big compliment today for us. It boosts our mood. Thank you so much, Gabriel. And then maybe you can share and explain about more about SPC.
Please.
Oh, all right. So SPC is actually a school situated in the Philippines, and our motto is Love Serves. And I think that's very fitting for the course that we chose, which is psychology, because we're wounded healers and we're here to serve others and to journey with them throughout their lives and in their own healing. And also SPC is a very good school because we have a lot of, with SPC internationalization in Likaja's office, we have different schools that we have partnered with, one of which is Unisala. So thank you so much for partnering with us. And also, we also have very lovely professors, and one of them will be speaking in IDEEP. So we have Ma'am Giselle Grace Galinzoga Diaz, and we hope that you will all enjoy the next few days in IDEEP.
Okay, thank you so much. That's a very clear explanation about your friends and also your university. we are very, very grateful that SPC joined us today in IDEEP. So I hope you guys enjoy this event. Thank you so much,
Thank
Gabriel.
you so much, Gabriel.
Thank you so much.
From SPC, thank you. Okay, what's next? Sister Risa?
Sister Risa, okay, what's next? Next, we have the Fodil University from Bangladesh. Sharmin Akhter. Am I correct? Do I spelling it right? Charmin,
You're correct.
please. Where is Charmin?
Hello.
Hello, Charmin.
Yes, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm
we're
good. I'm
fine.
good. How about you?
I'm good.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm Sharmin Akhtar from Daffodil International University, Bangladesh. And our university is situated very near to city. And our university is one of the biggest universities having greens among the private universities. And in this event, from our university, we are participating 5 members. And I would like to call their names. First, we have Ria.
Hi, Ria.
Ria, if you can turn on your camera
Yeah,
and
you
say
can
hi.
Hi, Ria. Where's
Okay.
Ria?
I can see. I
Then,
can.
then we have MD Shahadat Hossain, then Shahin Khan, Jhara Akhtar, and me, Sharmin Akhtar. And I'm from the Department of English from our university. And as we have the biggest university having a lot of green area around our university, we can enjoy the greens, the sceneries. The green campus is my favorite. So if you want to know more about my university, please tell me. I will love to inform you guys. So thank you so much.
Oh my God, thank you so much for the brief and clear explanation about your friends and also your university. I would like to visit Bangladesh one day.
Please come, please come.
Yeah, I will. Please take me there.
I wish I could take you there now.
Oh, you can come visit us if the
It's too
pandemic
far
is
away.
Of course, of
but
course.
One day, I guess. Yeah.
One day we will travel. I will get you into the sea near Unisula. It's very hot. Okay, thank you so much, Chef. Oh yeah, I have one question. You and your friend have a similar last name, Akhtar. That is it like you have a relative with them, or it's like the name
Just
in
No, this is a name tradition in our country.
Oh,
MD or Akhtar,
Oh,
this is a name tradition. As
Oh.
we are Islamic country, 90% of our population is practicing Islam. So
Oh, yeah, same in here. What is it? MD is abbreviation. Like, what is the full thing of?
Muhammad.
Oh, Muhammad.
Yes.
yeah, yes.
In here we call Muhammad like with just a letter M
Yeah.
or
M
Muh,
or Mo.
M
Or
U
Mo.
or Moh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, we have a same thing in India and Bangladesh. In Bangladesh, in Indonesia, that we actually shorten name Muhammad.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. It's a very nice to see you, Charmin, and also all of your friends from Daffodil University. I hope you guys enjoy this event. Thank you so much.
Here, thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay.
Okay. The next is we want to fly back to Indonesia. I would like to call upon the representative of university. I will call in Indonesia.
Okay.
Universitas Islam Indonesia.
Yay!
What's
Well, who is the representative actually? Oh, Resdianti Permata Putri. Please welcome.
Dianti Permata Putri. You can unmute yourself. Where
Yeah,
is
hello, good morning.
Hi, good
Hi.
morning, Resdianti.
From Jogja.
From Semarang.
From Jogja and Semarang. Please,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can, yeah.
Okay, first of all, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, the MC, for the opportunity. First, the Honorable Dean Faculty and lecturers from Department of Psychology of Sultan Agung Islamic University, and speakers for today's webinar session, and all participants who have joined us today in the event. In this great occasion, I would like to introduce you all to the other 24 representatives from Universitas Islam Indonesia, so that we can know each other well and build a good friendship later. But before that, I would like to introduce myself first. My name is Resdianti Permata Putri, but you can call me Putri. I am a psychology student at the Universitas Islam Indonesia in the 3rd year. And it is a very good opportunity for me to join this event because not only we can build a new friendship across universities and even countries, but we can also raise our awareness about the issues related to mental health, which is happening through the pandemic. Therefore, I hope through this event we can be more sensitive to mental health issues that happen to the people around us and increase our empathy. And so, without further ado, I will call my friends one by one, and for the name whom I called, please kindly click your raise hand button, turn your video on, and say hello to the participant. Okay, first I will call Helen Trialia. Helen, are you there? Okay, maybe she has a signal problem. I will call the other. Fadilah Mufri Haslam. Hello, Fadilah.
Hello.
Okay. And the next is Inas Suroya Elber. Hello, Inas.
Hi, Ines.
Hello guys.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay, and the next is Aura Nabila. Hello, Sister Aura.
Hi, Sister
Sister
Aura.
Hi.
Where's Sister Aura?
You can see it.
I can see you.
Oh yeah, this.
Ah.
Okay. We found you. We found you. Okay, go ahead. Continue.
Okay, the next is Ashifa Nurumaisha. Hello, Ashifa.
Hi, Ashifa.
Ashifa.
Okay, the next is Vanessa Luna Maulida. Hello,
Hi,
Sister
Vanessa.
Vanessa.
Where is Vanessa? We can see, but it's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay,
Okay,
Helen.
there Helen have some signal problem. So, okay, I will go to the next, Fatia Firdaus.
Hi,
Hello, Fatia. The next is Jihan Konita. Hello, Jihan. Okay, and the next is Afra Utki Aulia. Hello, Afra. Okay, and the next is Nurhani Ramadhani Putri. Hello, Nurhani.
Hello everyone.
Okay, thank you. And the next is Hairani Rialin Putri. Hello, Hairani. And the next is Najwa Juniza. Hello, Najwa.
Hi, Najwa.
Hi, Najwa.
Where are you guys? We can see you.
Okay, for the representative from Universitas Islam Indonesia, once again, please turn your video on so the other participant could see you.
Yeah.
Okay. The next is Lintang Safirila. Hello, Lintang.
Halo, Lintang.
Hi. Yeah, we can see you, Lintang.
Okay, thank you, Lintang. And the next is Ardito Faza Ahnaf. Hello, Ardito.
Hello, Ardito.
Hi everyone.
Oh yeah, we can see you.
Okay, thank you, Adito. And the next is Ella Septiana Yusira. Hello, Ella.
Hi, Ella. We can see you. Oh my God.
Okay, the next is Adinda Putri. Hello, Adinda.
Hello, Adinda.
Hi, Adinda. Yeah.
Adinda.
Okay, the next is Kiranti Pusparini. Hello, Kiranti.
Hi everyone.
Hi, Kiranti.
Okay, thank you, Kiranti. And the next is Yusron Ahmad. Hello, Yusron.
Hey, Yusran. 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 Hey, Yusran.
Yusron, are you there?
We can see him. Maybe technical issue.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, I'll go to the next is Nia Lestari. Hello, Nia.
Hello, Nia.
Hi, Nia.
Can you see Nia Lestari?
Hi everyone.
Okay, hello, Nia.
Yeah, we can see. We can see.
It's okay,
Okay,
Lia.
and the next is Sister Kartika Aditya. Hello, Sister Kartika.
Hi, Sister.
Hi, Sister Katika.
Okay, thank you. And the next is Alia Dian.
Hi, Alia. Where are you?
Oh, Alia chat me recently in the chat room. She has technical issues, so
Oh, it's fine. Okay.
yeah, she
Okay, it's
cannot
fine.
turn her video. Okay, so I'll go to the next is Sophie Rosafin. Hello, Sophie.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, hello, Sophie. And the last is Aksa. Hello, Aksa.
Hi everyone.
Hello, Aksa. Thank you. Yeah, I think that's all from Universitas Islam Indonesia. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much from university. Oh, I will say it in Indonesia pronunciation. Universitas Islam Indonesia. We actually very close. Just Jogja Jogja Semarang.
It takes 3 hours.
3 hours.
Oh,
It takes 3 hours with train.
With
With
bus.
bus. Okay. Maybe next week I will visit Jogja. I will go to Malioboro because I want to go there.
Yeah, sure.
I haven't go there. So, what is it in Jogja like now? Is it raining? Is it like hot or?
Apparently it's raining. It's raining too much. Like, yeah,
Oh, it's raining. So
yeah.
Same here.
no, we are very like a damn hot in here.
Oh,
It's
still
very
hot.
it's still hot. So maybe you can explain a little bit about Universitas Islam Indonesia to our abroad participant so that they know what is Universitas Islam Indonesia.
Okay. So Islamic University of Indonesia is a private university located on Kaliurang Street, and that is not so far from Mount Merapi, which is currently active and has erupted several times. Yeah, I think that's a short information from our university.
What happened if Merapi like have eruption?
Sorry?
What happened to the student in there that if Merapi have eruption, they switch their course to online or what?
Oh yeah, we are still online, but the eruption is not that like big, so the student is still safe in the university and our home.
Oh, okay. I hope you guys always stay safe in there because yeah, I heard so many times in news that Merapi is usually to the eruption, and then I'm so sad that I hope you guys stay safe in there.
Thank
So
you.
yeah, thank you so much for Indonesian Islamic University for the introduction. So I hope you guys enjoy this event too. Bye bye. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye. So
My turn?
Yeah, your turn. We
Okay.
still in Indonesia?
We're still in Indonesia. In here, actually, in from Sultan Agung Islamic University, Indonesia. mention it?
Yeah, you have
Okay.
mentioned it.
Unisula from Devi Rahayu. Please welcome Devi Rahayu. Hello, Devi.
Halo.
Where's Devi? I cannot see you.
Our operators still work
Oh, yeah.
to spotlight Devi.
Okay. Where's Devi? We're searching you manually. Okay. We found you, Devi.
Yeah, we found you.
Yay. I found you.
Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you, Master Ceremony, for the time. Hello, my name is Devi Rahayu. I'm from the Faculty of Psychology, University of Islamic Sultan Agung, Indonesia. Okay, I'm not here alone. I'm with my 28 friends from Unisula. Okay, please let me introduce them. Okay, in the Faculty of Psychology, there are Hafiz, Fanya, Cynthia, Raihan, Ubaidillah, Astri, Deo, Putri, Faik, Muhammad Ilham, Fadil, Mega, Maulana. And in the Faculty of Engineering, there is Nisa. In the Faculty of Teaching and Educational Science, there is Hilda. In the Faculty of Language and Communication, there is Amber. In the Faculty of Industrial Engineering, there are Nurul, Akmalia, Neti, Ahmad. And in the Faculty of Economic, there are Sabilu, Cutmelia, Hani, Tarisa, Nangki, Fatia, Safarita, and Dwinika. Okay, that's participant from the Unisula. It would be nice if you could remember all the names. Okay, I hope with this program we can share any ideas, collaboration, and maybe we can find or create something new. Okay, maybe I think it's enough. That's all for me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you,
Devi.
Devi.
Yes, actually my classmates.
Oh,
Yeah, we are
I
classmates.
see. Oh, yeah. So you guys are classmates.
Yeah, we are very attached to each other.
How many of you guys?
How many?
No, yeah. Do you guys from also you guys from a few department, right? From psychology, economics, and what else?
Engineering, Teaching and Educational Science, Language and Communication.
Oh yeah, it's interesting. Especially for engineering students. What motivates you to join IDIP? Actually, I'm wondering. But save the answer.
Yeah, save the answer.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, may I? Can I ask your fellows from engineering? Are you here? Can I talk to your engineering fellows?
Sure. There is Nisa Ul Aziza.
Oh, Nisa. Hello, Nisa. Nisa Ul Aziza, are you here?
Hello, I'm here. Wait,
Nisa.
camera.
Yeah, you're audible. So I was wondering what motivates you to join ID 2022 because we know that you're from the engineering department.
Okay, so actually okay, I'm being honest with you guys. So my chief of my himpunan asked me to join IDIP, and he want me to become a delegation from my faculty, so I just joined in here, and I think it's really interesting because I can meet other person and from other countries or faculty. So I think just a great program that I want to join, and I will do a favor for my faculty to join in here. That's it. Thank you.
Oh my God, you are very loyal to your faculty. Maybe some of Unisula fellow in here is also the delegation of their faculty. So we show our loyalty to our faculty. But it's okay. It's a very beneficial for us.
Yeah, and it's also a good opportunity for you guys. Yeah, I hope you guys gain something positive from it, from this event.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, thank you,
I think we're
Nisa.
enough. Nisa and Devi Rahayu, thank you so much.
Okay.
So we will continue the introduction we will fly to Malaysia. We will fly to Malaysia. In fact, I would like to call upon the delegation of University Technology Malaysia. She is Siti Nurul Asma binti Ashar. Siti Nurul, please welcome. You can unmute yourself.
Hi.
Hi, Asma Azhar.
Oh my God, you are so gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Oh my, wait.
You too. You both.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, the operator already spotlight you, so we can see your glow in this Zoom. So go ahead. You can introduce yourself, your friends, and also your university.
Okay. Assalamualaikum. Hi and good morning, everyone. My name is Siti Nurul Asma binti Azhar. You can call me Asma. I am a participant from University Technology Malaysia. In addition, I'm the only one participant from UTM to participate in this program. I'm a second-year student majoring in management technology. About my university, the interesting fact is UTM has a deer park, like a mini zoo where people can enjoy to watch and feed the deer there.
Wow.
That's all from me.
Oh my God, like a mini zoo in your university?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, we have
but
here.
Yeah, same here. But
It's
how?
a deer.
Sorry guys for the interruption. In the background,
It's okay.
several
There's so many people here.
Yeah, that work for this event, so that this event can be very interesting to join. So continue to my question. How many deer in there? How many deer that your university have? It's like a very.
I think like 15 like that.
Oh my, 15. So it's just a deer, or there are other animals there?
Oh, it's just a deer there.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
We also have.
We also have.
You can feed them. You can enjoy watch them while eating.
Can we? Oh wait. Can we pet them like this? Pet the deer? Can we pet them?
Can do it.
Oh my God! It's very what's in
Indonesian or Gino?
like she like the deer is very friendly to human. Is it?
Yeah. It's very friendly. You can pet them.
Oh my God.
Diva really want to get.
And I will see you there.
Yeah, I will definitely go there. I will pet the deer, and then I will give them a carrot.
You treat me like a deer.
Because you are cute like a deer.
What a compliment.
If you arrive here calling me.
Yeah, I will remember your name.
All right.
Yeah, I will remember your name definitely.
And here we also have mosquitoes.
Yeah, we have a
there's so
mosquito.
many mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes?
Yeah, there's so many.
You have lah.
Is it in Malaysia have a lot of mosquitoes in there? Like we every night when we sleep, like, oh my God, there are a lot of mosquitoes in here. Oh my God. It's like, because
not much actually. Not much actually.
oh my God. Oh,
Glad to know that.
Glad to know
Don't
that.
come here.
Come here. There are a lot of mosquitoes. Except you have have
baygon, you know baygon?
you have like what we call it? Yeah, the spray to kill the mosquito.
Yeah.
If you want to come here, I will give you some good hotel, and air conditioner so that there are a lot of mosquitoes in here.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you so much, University.
Azhar University Technology
Yeah,
Indonesia.
one and only.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy the events for today and days to come. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you, Asma. Okay. What's next, Sister Risa?
Okay, we have Technica University from Vietnam. Okay, we have Chow Ngo An. Yeah. I hope Chow Ngo An will enjoy today's event and this come and get well really soon. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And next we have Pasli from Manda University, Mongolia. Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I will spell like Sansarma Purev Suren. Am I right? Sansarma. Hi. From Manda.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh my God, you are a girl. I thought you are a boy.
Am I spelling it right? Sansarma.
Hello everyone.
Hello.
My name is Sansarma. I am from Mongolia. I'm studying accounting tax in Mandak University in Mongolia. I'm here with 5 friends. There are Tirgis, Inkchimik, Acid.
I'm sorry, Sansarma. Can you stop a little while because our operator is working to spotlight you and us. So I'm sorry for the uncomfortable situation.
Yeah.
Wait. I'm sorry, Sansarma. Oh, can you speak that our operator can see you?
I'm sorry.
Can you open your camera?
My camera is not.
Okay, yeah, you can continue, but we can't see your face in here. Maybe you can open your camera, Sansarma. Okay. It's okay.
And also, if you don't mind, please rename your name into alphabet, I guess, so we can easily to read your name. Thank you.
And don't forget to rename yourself like our like the buddies tell you that our rename Zoom
Please
account
rename
like group underscores group number
underscore
your name, so that me and our team can see you in the Zoom. So Sansarma, are you there?
Can I talk it in 10 minutes?
Maybe you can just later.
Oh, I see.
Okay. There are other representatives from Manda University.
Yeah, that can help Samsarma to introduce Manda University and another fellows and another your friends.
Or maybe if there are no other representative, maybe Sansarma can just introduce yourself and your friends and your university through the audio. So it's okay for us if we can't see your face, maybe later next time. but it's just very normal, yeah, when we live in this online period that we like face it this technical issue. Okay, Sansarma, are you there? Can you speak? Just speak. It's okay for you. It's okay for us if you are not show your face or
you're not able to show your gorgeous.
Yeah, your gorgeous face. Because we see your photos is very gorgeous. Is it right that Sister Risa call your name Sansarma? Is it right pronunciation?
Yes, Sansarma.
Okay, we can
Call me Sansa. Sansa.
Sansa.
Hi, Sansa.
Okay. So, is there any other your friends from Manda University?
Yes, there are. I'm here with 5 friends in here.
Oh, okay. So maybe you can explain more about Manda University. We will know. We want to know about what is Manda University. Okay, maybe there are any technical issue. There are technical issue for Sansa, but it's okay. We'll go back later to Manda University. So we will continue.
Another agenda.
Yeah. So thank you so much for you guys that introduced.
Yeah. Right. I almost forgot that we have in IDIP 2022, we have a slogan, Diba.
Wow, what slogan?
Yeah, so pay attention to me, guys. So I will show you our slogan in IDIP 2022. So please pay attention and yeah. If we say, if me and Diba say, IDIP 2022, you say, deepen your knowledge, empower the people. You got it, guys?
Yes, the gesture.
Yeah. Please pay attention also to the gesture. Okay. Do you got it? You got it?
Maybe you can have an affirmative response for us if you don't get it, or if you get it.
Okay. One more time. IDIP 2022. Knowledge, empower the people. Okay. So let's try together. Please unmute your microphone and say it loudly and powerfully. Okay. Let's try together, Diba.
Yeah.
Shall we? Okay.
Or maybe we can choose one of the participants to check if you are very understand the assignment. Understand the assignment.
Okay. How about I want someone from randomly, just randomly, please.
Okay,
I'm just confused. Asma,
our best friend,
our bestie. Hi, bestie.
Hi, bestie. You can show to other participants the gesture and also the slogan. Maybe Carissa will guide you.
Okay. Okay, I will practice it.
Yeah.
Time. Okay, so IDIP 2022, deepen your knowledge, empower the people. Okay, got it?
Deepen knowledge, empower your people.
Empower the people.
Empower the people.
Yeah.
Okay, got it? Let's try it together.
Got it.
Okay, let's try. 1, 2, 3. IDIP 2022, deepen your knowledge, empower the people.
Empower the people.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Excited. Okay, slay. Asma queen. Yeah. Our queen.
You guys are so funny.
So Asma, thank you.
Thank you so much, Asma.
All right.
Okay, next. Yeah. What's next, Diba?
Okay, so the next is we want to move to the lecture session, but don't forget, I will tell you guys right now so that later we have two lecture session, first lecture and the second lecture. So I hope you take notes about what the lecture says, and then I hope you guys can do a resume. You can ask your buddies about that, and then later after you take a notes, maybe the resume you can make some IG story, and then please tag to the official psychology Instagram account like unisula_psychology. Our buddies will tell you, and then the most interesting story, we will post the most interesting story. So if you guys want to famous in Semarang and Indonesia, you can make a good story to your Instagram, and then we will post it. We will repost it. Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah. So
don't forget the assignment. Yeah.
okay, don't forget the assignment.
Okay. Move to the next agenda. It is first lecture session with Dr. Pamilia from Department of Psychology, International Islamic University from Malaysia, and will be moderated by Mr. Sretno Satyaningsih, MSE. And here we will discuss about multicultural perspective of well-being. Diba, would you please recite the Sretno CV, please?
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
So we will, please, for the operator, you share the CV of Ms. Retno. Yeah, let's play together. Yes.
Yeah.
Queen Asma. Okay. Okay, so we will wait our operator already shared the screen. Let's wait. Okay. Okay, here we can see, you guys can see the CV or curriculum vitae of Ms. Retno Satyaningsih. So Ms. Retno is one of our lecturer in here in Faculty of Psychology, Islamic University, Sultan Agung Islamic University. So she is graduated from doctoral program at Psychology Faculty. Still student.
Doctoral student in.
She's currently a student at a doctoral program at Psychology Faculty at Erlangga University in Surabaya. And then here you can see her background education. And then you can see also the publication of Ms. Retno Satyaningsih. This is a local and international publication. And then Ms. Retno also have like a history of community engagement service. In 2021, she is a speaker at webinar series, like discuss about social media and also mental health in Faculty of Psychology Unisula, our university, Semarang. And then in 2020, she is speaker at Poltekkes Community Engagement Service. Like same also, the discussion is about how we take care of our mental health in pandemic situation. So that is the CV of Ms. Retno Satyaningsih. So in here we have Ms. Retno Satyaningsih. Maybe we will greet her first. Hello, Ms. Retno. Ms. Retno still connecting. So yeah, we have amazing moderator in here and also amazing lecturer session. Hello, Ms. Retno, we can't hear your voice. Maybe you can try a little bit louder.
Wait a minute, please prepare your notebooks and pen. Don't forget about that, because it will be an interesting discussion from
Hello.
Oh,
Okay.
Ms. Retno already in here. Hi, Ms. Retno.
Hi.
Okay, so we will switch our session, and we will deliver this first lecture session to Ms. Retno. So for Ms. Retno, time is yours.
Thank you. You look so beautiful this morning. I feel insecure. Okay. Hi guys. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. May God bless all of you this morning. My name is Retno Stianingsih. I will be the moderator for this first lecturing session in the International Ideas Exchange and Empowerment Programs 2022, Faculty of Psychology, Sultan Agung Islamic University. We are here today to learn about multicultural perspective of well-being with Miss Familia Laurdunata. Are you there, Miss Familia?
Hello, yes, Miss Ratna. Thank you so much. It's so nice to meet all of
Okay.
you.
Good morning, Miss Familia.
Good morning.
I hope you in a very good condition today. Okay, we actually feel honored and blessed to attend your lecture today. And before you give us lecture, I will read your great CV. I say great because it's pages, but I will not read all due to time constraint. So I will highlight some information on the CV. Please, operator. Okay, so beautiful, Miss Amelia. I will start with academic background, PhD in psychology from International Islamic University, Malaysia, Master of Human Science, Clinical and Counseling Psychology, International Islamic University, and Diploma in Social Science, majoring in Counseling, Tunku Abdul Rahman College, and number 4, I feel interest because Bachelor of Computing and Information System. Wow. You have so various academic background. Okay, and current teaching, Assistant Professor at the Department of Psychology, Kuliah of Islamic Revealed Knowledge and Human Sciences, IIUM. And employment detail, lecturer and clinical psychologist, coordinator of psychological services, unit, PSU, clinic, deputy coordinator of IIUM mental health and psychosocial care team, impact, deputy flagship leader and clinical psychology practicum supervisor, 2019 to date. We will jump to community engagement services. Miss Familia as a speaker in various webinar, success speaker and webinar title Moving a New Direction, Mind, Psychological Safety for Petronas, Upstream Leader Share Program Partners, ULSP, 3rd September 2021. Speaker in webinar titled Managing Fatigue. Wow, I feel fatigue in this pandemic, Miss Familia. First, I MB 27th August 2021. And then we will know some interesting publication in the last page. Challenges and well-being of single woman living in Malaysia, the Journal of Behavioral Science. Okay, so very interesting publication. And the effect of perceived and social media exposure about COVID-19 on mental health in Malaysia. So The audience will learn about multicultural perspective on well-being from the expert. Now, before you give the lecture, I will explain about the time management. We have approximately 100 minutes, and we will divide into 2 sessions. First, you will give the lecture on 70 minutes. And then the last 30 minutes will be Q&A session. Okay, now it's time. Time is yours, Miss Familia.
Thank you so much, Ms. Ratna, and I thank you so much for the wonderful MCs as well, and for everyone for making your time to come here. I feel very honored to be part of this wonderful program. Thank you so much, everyone. So, and thank you for that wonderful introduction, Ms. Ratna, as well. So, allow me to now share with you a little bit about the multicultural perspectives of well-being. This is a very interesting topic that you have chosen, actually, because different kinds of cultures, and not only culture, but different perspectives that we look at life and well-being can really affect how we behave and how we feel every day. So allow me to share my screen right now. I'm going to share. If you can you see this, everyone? Is it okay?
Okay.
Okay, we can keep this very interactive as well. If at any time you would like to share your thoughts or ask any question, or you want to just maybe share your thoughts or something, you can type in the chat box as well, because I will be asking you some questions as well as we go along. Okay, so the multicultural perspective of well-being is actually a very interesting part which we can look at. First of all, let's look at what does well-being mean. So I used to teach positive psychology, and it's one of my favorite subjects as well. Anybody here has heard of positive psychology, or you maybe like positive psychology as well? Can you type in the chat box? So according to positive psychology, they say that there is a thing called well-being. There's a thing that's known as well-being theory. So well-being is a construct, and it's well-being is not the same as happiness. So happiness is an emotion, but well-being is bigger than that. It's like a bigger construct. It's a state of how we are, existing in a state of being in state. So it's one of the big topics in psychology. Well-being has got, according to this author, the founder of positive psychology, his name is Martin Seligman. You have to read up on him and also watch YouTube. He gives a lot of talks. He's still quite young. If you you can just check it out and see, he's still. And according to him, well-being has got 5 elements. So if you look at the acronym, it is PERMA, P-E-R-M-A. P for positive emotion. So somebody asks you, what is well-being? You can say, well, we have to look at it from 5 dimensions. The first is, how much positive emotion do you have in it, like happiness and satisfaction aspects? But that's only one part of well-being. Most people think that part is everything, but it's not. It's just one part. The other part is engagement. This one means, how much do you really keep in touch with hobbies, the things that you love to do, the things that bring meaning to your life, the things that you are passionate about, that you like to do in your free time or anything, reading, even dancing. Anybody here likes to dance or read or sing? What are your hobbies? Can you share with me? I like cooking and also gardening. And so all of these things, like, they bring engagement between you and something that you like to do. Relationships means, are you having a good support system? Are you really having good support system around you? And then the fourth one is meaning and purpose. Okay, thank you, my dears. I saw some DM message here, singing loudly. That's awesome. By the way, I love Zoom because you can PM me or DM me and nobody can know. So I will not tell your name, don't worry. You can feel free to DM me. Yeah? Let's make it a very nice interactive session. Okay, so I saw somebody put there, you like also to do gardening. All right. Meaning and purpose. Are you the kind of person who feels like you have meaning in life? You know your purpose here. You have like a calling here. You know why God put you here on this earth. So you kind of feel like, I know what I'm going to do. I kind of know my direction in a way. That's meaning and purpose. And then accomplishment means Do you feel like you're accomplishing things in your life and you're very excited about it? These 5 things are the 5 dimensions that you need to answer before you know, do I have well-being? According to Martin Seligman. So you cannot take one element and then define well-being. It's all of these come into. So somebody can be experiencing maybe grief from the death of a loved one. Somebody can be experiencing grief and sadness and anger because of a breakup or anything. So the positive emotion may not be that strong, right? But the engagement might be there. The relationship might be there, meaning accomplishment might be there. So you can say that because of these other elements, it helps you to cope, to have some level of well-being. So that is why well-being is so important for us to know that it's very interesting to see how positive psychology views it. Okay, so this is a very interesting part, everyone. Our life circumstances can affect our well-being, right? What happens in our lives. But do you know that how much we have well-being in us, how we actually perceive our well-being, or whether we have well-being, that can affect our life as well. So say, for example, something terrible happened in your life and your well-being is now affected. But you feel like, okay, I'm going to rise above it. I'm going to rise, away from it. I'm not going to allow the whole situation of the pandemic to take away my joy, my well-being. Then your well-being is now going to affect your life. So you see your perception and life. It's all, like you can say, a dual arrow. A cycle, you can say it's like a cycle, right? Your life affects your well-being, but you know what? Your well-being can affect your life as well. So here, I want to share with you the cultural perspective here. In every culture, you can say that this part we kind of share in common. So the common part is that we have something known as biopsychosocial perspective of, of health, physical health, mental health, emotional health, psychological health. So if you look at this here, the biology part is that physical health, we also have the genetics, we have the immunity, our physiological response of our body, our diet, our lifestyle, whether we sleep enough. All of these things you can say is the biological part. And then this is the part that can really affect your well-being. For example, if your genes in your genetic makeup, right, happens to be, not sure if I put that in the slide, okay, I'm not sure if I have that, but let me tell you guys something very interesting, okay? Did you know that your genes can really affect your emotional makeup? For example, according to research in positive psychology, right, they say that your genes can make up for about 50% of how you feel today. So 50% of how you feel today can be kind of like attributed to your gene. But don't worry. So that means like if you look at your parents and they look like very happy people, most probably you kind of have a little bit of that ingrained in you. According to research, they say it's 50%. But if you feel like my ancestors and my parents and my family, they don't look as bubbly that much. Okay, don't worry, because you have 40%, which is actually determined by your day-to-day activities. That means, right, what you do today, what you do tomorrow, how you spend your time, that can affect your happiness or your well-being by 40%. And you know what can affect your well-being? Another part, remember there's 90% now, the baki, 10% of the remnants. You know what can affect? Your past life circumstances. So all of you here, you are all here so happy, right? I can see all of faces, you are smiling, you are happy. I can see that it's wonderful to see all of you. But I know that we all have our baggage. We all come with our past experiences that you have been through. Some of you might have hurt and pain and very bad experiences, but I'm here to tell you the good news. That is 10% influential on our well-being. The actual thing that really can influence a lot is actually the day-to-day activities and also the genes, of course. But don't worry, the day-to-day I feel is a very big influence on what we can do. Then the psychological part here. So this is model, right? It's called the biopsychosocial model. Biopsychosocial model. This is a very important model for all of you to know. So the psychological part of well-being is, of course, how you think. If you are the kind of person who thinks in a very negative way, it will affect your well-being as well. If you are the kind of person who thinks in a way where I'm going to look at the glass half. I'm going to look at the, the other part of it. I'm going to actually give it the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to kind of look at the bright side. That is actually a very positive outlook that you have, and that can determine your psychological well-being as well. And then how well you cope with things, how well you bounce back, how you can actually respond to things and cope with things. Then the environment or the social part is your relationship with others, your parents, your family, your friends, and people around you. Your social and your environmental. If you have boyfriend, girlfriend, anybody, so that also can determine how your well-being is being affected. And all of that together, we see the middle part, mental health. That's the mental health one. All of this can affect how we are in our well-being, right, everyone? So if you look at this, right, from the clinical perspective, okay, the top left-hand corner, from a psychological clinical perspective, I'm a clinical psychologist as well, right? So from our perspective right now, we would look at how can we actually help the client to cope. If they are going through terrible, very, very severe depression or anxiety or, panic or maybe any kind of other issues, we will help them, to cope with that. And those of them who are functioning well, they just want to talk to someone, we will help bring their state of well-being from one level to another. So in clinical terms, we will kind of view it in a way where, is your functioning being affected? Is the symptoms taking over your whole mind and body and your whole functioning? So we will look at all of that. If you look at the educational perspective, which is the top right-hand corner, well-being is very much like, okay, are you able to flow well in class and cope well with your studies, and you can actually have a good rapport at school, at university, like all of you guys, right? Whether you have a good relationship with your peers, your classmates, your lecturers, and then how can you actually, your state of mind at school, at university. And then we have also for industry. We have for industry here also, do you know that for industry, they really focus on well-being a lot, especially since the pandemic. They really, like you saw just now, what Ms. Rotna shared with you just now, right? I given talks to Petronas as well. I really am so happy that industry is really focusing on mental health. There's a lot of awareness nowadays, and they really focus on mental well-being. Because when your employees or students or lecturers or anyone in any organization is not functioning well and their well-being is affected, it really has a domino effect. It's a domino effect. It affects your whole productivity. It affects your whole mood. It affects, in other words, it will slowly start to affect the whole company. So I'm so glad that they have that kind of a realization. It's wonderful how they have that. And they started to actually become more aware about well-being. So they look at well-being as, are you able to function well? And then we need your manpower for the company as well. We want to take care of you. We also want to take care of you taking care of our company as well. And then we have like the last one here, which is like social well-being, you guys interacting with each other. So that is also very important. Anybody here feels like you're a friend or you feel very alone, you can DM me right now. So if you feel that way, it's very important to get like social support, because sometimes when that emotion carries on, right, you start to feel very sad and you start to feel kind of painful. And yeah, thank you so much, my dear, for sharing with you. It's difficult. I can see that it must be so difficult for you. It's very important for us to find a good support that we can find. If we cannot find, maybe talking to someone about it, like a counselor, like a university counselor, or as a university psychologist or anyone, like it's very good to talk to someone about it. We need support. All of us need support. I'm sure that you are, and we'll be so blessed to have you as their friend, right? So it's very important that we have this kind of support system. When as a lecturer now, I usually try to have group work and team building activities, and it's fun because it helps students to get together, a bit more. If you look at this, everyone, isn't this kind of interesting to see this? So the clinical cultural competence of well-being, you can look at it in this way, right? It really affects so many ways. It affects like our perception of health, illness, and how we approach things. So most of the times, the visible aspects of culture are what we see above the surface of the water, above. Like, we look at people like, oh, so nice their food lah when we go to different country kan. Macam we go to, let's say, Australia or Italy or anywhere, or, Indonesia coming to Malaysia, like, oh, this is their food. And then we go to see the language, the games, the music. Tapi what is beneath the surface of the water is the part that makes us all different. You see the cultural part here? Beneath the surface of the water is our belief system, the way we communicate with each other, our values, the way we handle emotions. Like, for example, I think in Japanese culture, right, you cannot put the chopstick like macam in the middle of the rice. King macam tu means like that, but it's like a bag, open. Some culture are a different kind of belief system. The things that you can do, the do's and don'ts, taboos, the way we communicate. Like in the Asian culture, we tend to be a bit more apologetic. Like, I'm so sorry to disturb you. I'm so sorry if you don't mind. That kind of a thing. We tend to be doing that. And then in the West, when we see that they're a bit more vocal, with their opinion. So it's all a different kind of cultural style. When it comes to well-being, in the West, if you notice, right, many years ago, I think like you can say 10, 15 years ago, you can see like in the West, they really, really, even now actually, they really express, especially like in the US, if you watch all the US shows, right? When they're happy, they really express. Kalau they're really excited about something, memang they really express. Kalau Asian culture, many years ago, I think we tend to be a bit more quiet. Even if we're happy, we mostly like smile. We don't really verbalize it as much. But now I noticed that we have become more like maybe like a bit more vocal and everything, in a good way. So I think it's very interesting to see how people vocalize and verbalize well-being and how they express well-being as well. It's so interesting to see that, and to learn different cultures. Like some culture, they may not smile much, but actually it's a good sign. They are happy. So I think in Asian culture, Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, I can see like most of these countries, smiling is like a very important part for us, right? So and laughing and smiling. So I can see that also happening. You can see all of these things. This has got to do with the individualistic, collectivistic culture. So for us, okay, if you ask someone in Asia, right? I'm not talking about like everyone, but in the majority, if you see like majority, well-being means like they have a very close-knit family. They have a very good support system. Even if there's any problem in the family, they will kind of have a good social system like their friends or something. So that's a very important part in a collectivistic culture, like our culture, right? It's very important. We're so family oriented. I think like, a lot of our cultures, we even stay together with our parents for a very long time, right? Like in the individualistic culture, they tend to value autonomy. So for them, even though they may not be as close to their family, but they have autonomy, that's well-being for them. For us, being close to family is like, so you can see the difference of cultures here. Okay, now coming to this part here, can I ask you guys something? Don't worry, this one is very anonymous, okay? You can be totally brutal, honest, and wrong. Jujur sekali. Okay, so I want to ask you a question now. What are some of the things in your life that you feel macam susah sangat nak jadi macam tenang, happy? It's like really blocking your well-being. So can I ask you to scan the QR code dekat sini, or you can type the on, and then you can type this code here, 1309, okay, 0391. Boleh tak? Lepas tu, let me try to do something. Okay, let me try to also share with you the link. If you're using your laptop, kan, it will be so much easier. Let me share with you the link. Okay, can you click on that link as well? I'm going to now come to our answer. Some of you have typed already. Let me share and show you what is happening. Okay, you guys, come on. You can type it, menti.com, and cuba key in the code 1309 0391. You can use the link in the chat box ataupun you can use your phone, 1309 0391. Type menti.com, 1309 0391. Okay, 2 aja, 8. Okay, all right, coming, all right. So what is blocking your well-being? All right, my sleep schedule. Yes, definitely. Our sleep can really affect how well we function, right? Our insecurities, our low self-esteem can definitely affect our well-being. We feel like we are lazy. Dysfunctional family can definitely affect our well-being as well. Financial problems. We feel so scared of the future. What's going to happen? And then anxiety. So, oh, my height. Oh, okay. My insecurities. So all of us have a perception as well. We perceive, this is not good, and then our debt, not valuable. My own self, the mindset of limiting myself from doing what I really want. On one hand, it keeps me safe from harm. On the other hand, I don't really experience much. Okay, so I am my worst enemy. That is a very good self-awareness, Emotional fatigue, my insecurities, my trauma. You might have past trauma, right, everyone? Or you tend to overthink, family problem, self problem, my overthinking, friendship environment. The unreasonable amount of assignments that was given to me by 3 organizations all at once. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Eating unhealthy food. My family high expectation, my self-image, insecurity, self-confidence. Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing with me. I think from what I can see here, we have like workload, we have lifestyle, we have like insecurity quite a lot, and also family issues, and the way we feel about our self issues. It's gonna wait for a little bit more. Sorry. Okay, let's see. Self-image, insecurity. I feel like I don't belong. Yes, you see, so these kind of emotions can really affect us. It can affect our well-being, and worse, it can affect our mental health as well. So what is well-being? What is mental health? All of us have mental health. All of us have it. It's like physical health. Adakah kita ada physical health? Yes, we all have physical health. We all have emotional health. We all have mental health. But whether our mental health is good or low, whether it's affected or it's functioning well, that is the one that makes a difference. Well-being means like your state of being, like is your well-being high or low? So we all have well-being, whether it's very low or very high. Okay, so I think it is about my mind itself. So every night I just had to sleep. Thank you so much, my dear, for sharing. So I'm gonna come back to you, and we come back here. Okay, so you have shared with me about that, and I really thank you so much about that. I want to share with you something interesting, which is about Martin Seligman. He says that, what is the good life though? What is the good life? The good life means you got psychological well-being, physical also you got well-being, social well-being, spiritually pun, you spend time with God, you really pray, salat, existential well-being, you kind of look at the big picture and the purpose in life, why are you here? Financial well-being, this you can say is living the good life. If one of these parts is not functioning well, he says that you still have so many other domains that can help, with you living a good life. So the good life is something beyond the pleasant life, and the meaningful life is beyond the good life. So some people can, all this pun rendah, all this also is they don't have. Some people, but you know what they said? Tak apa, I have a meaningful life. Even though I'm not feeling very happy, my whole family left me, I'm not I'm not healthy, I don't have friends, I feel like I'm not good enough, but they feel like I'm still living a meaningful life because I feel like somehow I feel there is a reason for me to be here. So you see, even though it might be low in all these domains, but if you can see the meaning behind it, you can still have a meaningful life. And how do we do that? We use our signature strength. By the way, everyone, this is Martin Seligman, the guy I was telling you about. So you use your signature strengths to produce happiness. What are you good at? So these are the 3 lives, okay? You have like pleasant life, that is so the superficial level. Happy, that's pleasant life. Good life is you're able to engage well, able to have a very meaningful life means you use your strengths for something greater. Whatever that you're good at, you use it in your university, in your home, in your friendship. You are using it. Then you say, my life got meaning. That's meaningful life. So this is the one I was telling you about just now, the Perma Model. Okay, I want to ask you guys something. This is very important about well-being. Okay, you got to know this graph. Okay, this is a graph. What do you think of that? Can you see the paxi X and Y here? Okay. So they say that if your well-being is high and you have very low mental illness, kalau mental illness, we check whether you have depression, anxiety, and stress. You don't have. It's like very, very low. We can say that you are actually flourishing. Dia macam, you can say that, you know what, this person is very high in the well-being lah. Macam, they are flourishing in life. How do you say flourishing in BM? Macam berfungsi dengan begitu bagus sekali. You are really flourishing in such a good way. But if your well-being is very low and you're not feeling any happiness, you feel like there's no meaning in your life. Every domain is like so difficult to function. And mental illness pun is kind of high. Let's say, for example, like very low well-being and mental illness is high. You have a lot of like mental illness macam tu. Sorry. Mental illness is very low. It's low. So some people can, when I talk to them, right? Some clients of mine, they say that I'm not happy, but I'm not having a mental disorder pun. I tak ada depression, anxiety, stress. I tak ada. Tapi I'm not happy also. That state kan is a like a very ambiguous state. That state is like you can say a neutral, blank, kosong kind of a state. Dia macam very low well-being, but also mental illness tu low juga. That is called languishing. Languishing. Anybody here is in languishing? Can you type in the chat box, which state are you in? And you can DM me, by the way. You don't have to worry. I will not mention your name, okay? So, are you languishing? So, languishing means I'm not happy, I'm not sad. I'm not happy, I'm not also suffering. I'm not happy. Okay, floundering maksudnya, you are very high mental illness and very low well-being. Yang ini macam mungkin dia ada depression, anxiety. They could be having any of these, and at the same time, they are extremely unhappy. And then struggling is, you know what? I'm happy. I have a very high well-being, but I also have high mental illness. So some people macam they are very anxious, you know, but at the same time they know how to be happy juga. Okay, so somebody says struggling, all right. You're happy, but at the same time, all have mental illness. Somebody says languishing, all right. So you rasa macam kosong. Remember that song? Also, kosong. So actually, it's a very important thing that we can see happening here. It's like a lot of people are languishing. I can see a lot of you are DMing me and also putting it on the chat box is languishing. That is a very common thing, especially the pandemic time, right? Many people feel like I'm not happy, but I'm also not having a. So how do we go through this? I'm going to share with you in just a little bit. Just to share with you in the beginning, a bit of history for you guys. In the beginning, in positive psychology, they said that positive emotions is good, is happy. Thank you, my dear, for sharing. You are also languishing, okay? All right, in the beginning, they said positive emotions means you are happy. Kalau kita ketawa, if we are so happy, right, it's a good thing. And negative emotions is bad, it's so bad. But later, they got to know that that is not accurate. Actually, positive emotions, kalau too much, it can be very dangerous, can be toxic if it's too much. And having a dysphoria, like macam very down mood, macam some of you are saying languishing kan? Having that can be something good as well. It can be something good. How many of you watched the cartoon Inside Out? Did you watch the cartoon Inside Out? Do you know that cartoon? Inside Out. Okay, a lot of you are DMing me. Yes. All right. Remember how they have sadness? And sadness was actually discriminated, but later they realized sadness actually brought the girl closer to her family. Because sometimes in all, this is what they say, like, hikmah di sebalik musibah. So behind that sadness, right, we can actually find closeness with God. We can go closer towards Him. We can find the true meaning of happiness and be kinder. So not all negative emotions are bad. And you know what's the amazing thing that they said also? Dulu they said kan, if your positive emotions is very high, your negative emotions will be low. Dia macam satu, do you know the scale? The scale macam timbang, right? So they said if it's very high positive emotions, your negative emotions will be low. But that's not accurate. That's not true. They said that if you have very high positive emotions, sometimes, right, you can also have very high negative emotions. That is the struggling one. Remember the struggling one just now? Here, you can have high positive emotions. You can also have high negative emotions. In other words, positive and negative emotions are independent of each other. You need to realize that. The moment you realize that they are independent of each other, you can cope a bit better, you know? You can compartmentalize. Because if you're sad about something that happened, you can know that my life is not over. I can still find joy in other things. I can still cope. So that is called post-traumatic growth also. After something terrible, you kind of have this transformation following the trauma. That's called post-traumatic growth. When you're going through a lot of difficulty, last year I lost my best friend actually to cancer and she passed away. It was so terrible and sad. You feel like you cannot believe it, losing someone close to you. But I feel like I have transformed following that terrible incident, like sad incident. I mean, I feel like I transformed. I became like more value. I value people even higher now. I become more aware of and try to be more careful to appreciate people. But there's a transformation, and you feel a bit stronger after going through a difficult experience like that. So that's called PTG, post-traumatic growth. Okay, look at this picture, everyone. A lot of times, your friends and your colleagues are looking like the picture on the left, but in reality, they are hiding like the middle. And sometimes they could be like the picture on the right. And some of you might feel that way. You can share in the chat box, yeah? Some of you might feel that way. There are some people who feel like it's so difficult to cope with life and they are thinking all kinds of thoughts, like very dark thoughts to end their life ke, ataupun to hurt themselves ke. Some people, maybe it's not that severe, but they are still crying when people are not watching, but they're able to put a smile outside. So all of these things can really affect our well-being. I want to share with you something, okay? Maybe you feel like, I'm not sure, man, whether I'm really affected or not. I'm really not sure. Okay, how about this? Can you look at these physical symptoms here? Do you know that the state of our well-being can really be manifested physically? Okay, so somebody said in the chat box, I overthink of the time. Yes. So sometimes that can really affect our well-being, kan? All right, so if you are looking at this, kan, overthinking, macam tu, sometimes all of these can really affect our head. Feel like we're having a migraine. You kind of feel fatigue. You just woke up in the morning and you feel tired. Anybody like that? You feel like you're missing deadlines. You forget important things. You have like dizziness. Baru bangun, rasa pening. Anything like that? Or lack of stamina. You feel like you're not like fit like before. Ataupun you cannot sleep. Like at night, you're kind of like staying up at night because you are overthinking. All of these things are physical manifestations of psychological issues. Yes, no matter how much I sleep, I still feel. Yes, and it is so great. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of you sharing that. Thank you so much for sharing that. So this can actually be an underlying issue of psychological symptoms. So if this is happening to you, right, you might need to seek for help and talk to someone about it because maybe there's something bothering you tau yang belum settle lagi. And it's really affecting you and it's really affecting your sleep juga. I got a friend that just talked to me about that yesterday. She was saying that she was so worried about her PhD and it was really affecting her sleep. Like she just worried and worried, So all of these things, we need to talk to someone about it. Okay, some of you might feel like, right? Like it's so difficult sometimes and frustrating dealing with people. You feel angry ataupun you feel like stuck. You cannot function in your thesis. You cannot function in your assignment. You cannot function in your class. You feel like it's so difficult to focus and concentrate and do your work. But you do not know why, but you cannot start your assignment. That is the tip of the iceberg, the top, above the surface of the water. I would like to ask you to explore what is beneath the surface of the water, you guys. What is beneath the surface of the water for all of you? Are you lonely? Are you sad? Are you feeling like perfectionist and overwhelmed and like afraid to do stuff? Because all of these things beneath the surface of the water can affect what we see outside. As lecturers, right? I know that students who are not performing, usually it may not be that they do not want to perform. It might be psychological as well. So normally I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. And I have seen some students, they just cannot pass up something. They just cannot. They said, I just cannot think. I just blank. And usually that's a psychological issue to do with that. Okay, I want to ask you this question now, everyone. If you look at the screen now, you will see 3 columns, right? You will see the left, the middle, and the right. Can I ask you, which column can you relate more to? Is it the left? Is it the middle? Or is it the right? Which one? It doesn't have to be everything, but mostly I think I probably connect dengan that one. Which one would you say, everyone? Okay, somebody says middle. Anybody else? Anybody else? Middle juga. Okay, middle. Most of you middle, right? Okay, I think I can relate. Okay, somebody says left. I can relate to the middle one, and the last one less lah. Tapi middle, yeah, I can relate to that. So I'm gonna share with you the next slide, yeah, everyone. I want you to know that this is a disclaimer for you. It doesn't mean that you have it, okay? But I just want to share with you that these symptoms fall under which category. But remember, it doesn't mean that you have it, okay? Look at the last line. Frequency, duration, functioning. It takes a lot for us to actually diagnose somebody. Okay, it's not just like checklist. Tick, 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 tick. Okay, I ada yang ni. No, it's not like that. It's more of like, as a psychologist, we will check your frequency. Berapa kerap you have the symptoms. We will check the duration. Berapa lama symptoms ni berlangsung. Lepas tu, we'll check your functioning. Can you function? Can you function well? Or is it affecting your functioning? If somebody says middle. What if you say left? One person said right. Okay. Thank you, my dear, for sharing. And I want to give you a disclaimer. It doesn't mean that you have this. Okay, let me share with you. This. All right. So this is what the symptoms mean. Once again, I'm not saying that those of you who chose middle, you have anxiety. No, it just means that, you know what? Your symptoms fall under this category. You don't have anxiety, but it could be that if we do not take care of our emotions, later it can develop into that. Because a lot of my clients come to me when it's already anxiety severe ataupun moderate stage tau. So I'm telling you this to help you so that we can together prevent it from becoming something worse. Let me show you this book. I'm not sure if you can see lah. Wait, let me see. Not sure if you can see this book. Let me just okay, it's a DSM. DSM, Diagnostical and Manual of Disorders. So this book is something we use very much as we want to help diagnose someone. There's all these symptoms there, criteria, and the duration kita kena meet juga. So it's not as simple as a checklist. So I want to tell you this because then you realize about yourself and your current well-being, right? Okay, how do we do then? Based on what we are going through, there are so many things that we can do. We can either avoid, we can alter, we can accept or adapt. So ultimately, the most productive, good thing for us to do is to adapt to it. Okay, everyone, let's get to the most important part right now. The how. How do we have a well-being? Based on all your problems you've been telling me just now, okay, in the chat box and in Menti, how do we achieve a good well-being? Okay, I'm going to ask you a question now. Remember this saying, when life throws you lemons, make apa? When life throws you lemons, apa dia? Remember that saying tak? Lemonade, clever. Okay, tapi sebab kita Asian kan? Okay, let's make it Asianized sikit lah. Okay, when life throws you asam, you make somebody dah 5 eyes. Okay, when life throws you asam, you make apa? Asam boy. Pandai. Okay. Let's do this together, everyone. Let's make asam boy, okay? How do we actually conquer this journey called life? There are 8 things I want to share with you. The first thing that we can do to help our well-being, okay, is from the physical part. How we take care of ourselves. Do you know that exercise produces endorphins in your body? Endorphins is a feel-good hormone that can really make you feel lighter, a bit more at peace. You rasa macam, I just took a very nice happy pill, that kind of a thing. It's a very, don't ever underestimate exercise. So every day, if you're feeling very down sometimes, do something physical. It can even be as simple as watching a YouTube Zumba video, but do together with them. Lah, jangan just sit back and relax and tengok dia orang buat. A lot of times we watch people do exercise, but we don't do it, right? Do it together with them. That is a very physical. And also, do you know that serotonin is a hormone that can be produced in our body and activated more when you eat certain kinds of foods? There are some foods that can boost serotonin. Serotonin is also a feel-good. So you need to know in your body, what do you have? Okay, everyone, you need to know what you have in your body. You have something known as dopamine. Dopamine is produced when you are so excited doing your work and you're so pumped up about it. And then O is oxytocin. Oxytocin in me is something that is produced when you give each other social support and you give each other and you feel so loved by each other. And then S is serotonin. Serotonin is like something that's produced when you eat some kind of food like dark chocolate, bananas, oats, pineapple, nuts, walnuts, almonds. These things, lentils, bijirin kan, it really produces serotonin. And then E is endorphin. Endorphin, of course, when you laugh, when you watch like Netflix. How many of you like to watch Netflix? What's your favorite show on Netflix? Can you share with me? What is the favorite show you watch? I love to watch comedies. So every day I'll make sure I watch something funny on Netflix. That endorphins really helps. Okay, Gilmore Girls. Okay, that's cute. Anybody else want to share? So all of these things, endorphin also produced with exercise. Adam's Project, Santa Clarita Diet, and Good Place. Wow. I'm gonna check it out. Business for you guys are so classy. Oh my gosh. I just watch repeat episodes of Friends and all these comedies, Korean dramas. Okay. The second one is called mind management. We need to really manage our mind, everyone, because when your thought patterns are good, you'll be able to think well and also focus on things that are within your control. And I'll show you a little bit more about this, okay? So all of us have got our thinking styles, all of us. We have something known as thought patterns. You guys, I don't know if you have heard of it. It's very interesting to see. Everyone has a thought pattern. Okay, if you can Google this, you can see it. Thought pattern. So there are so many tau. I just put 5 here, the most common ones. The first one is the catastrophizing thinking style. Can you guys remember this? Like, have you ever met anybody who they cepat panic? They panic very fast. Anything happen, they panic first. Then they think. I call them the Mr. or Miss Emergency. Okay. So how do we counter this? Because this can really affect our well-being. Say, for example, alamak, somebody's not answering the phone. Alamak, this thing is not happening. Alamak, I forgot to pass up this appendix in my assignment. Oh my goodness, I'm so terrible as a student. So you're thinking that you can counter that thinking style by using this technique called the yes but technique. Yes but ni macam ni. Yes, I forgot to submit that appendix together with my assignment, but it's not impossible. And it doesn't mean that I'm a bad student. I'm doing the best that I can. So we need to kind of like manage our in a very calm way. Okay, so the next thinking style I want to share with you is called the personalization thinking style. Personalization me is more like you tend to blame yourself a lot. Anybody here like that? As I'm sharing with you, try to reflect on yourself and the people around you. Huh? So this one, you tend to sabotage yourself. You always blame yourself. Like something went wrong, it must be my fault. It cannot be anything else. It must be my fault. Even if you are able to get a scholarship or a promotion or anything, you feel like, no, I don't deserve it. And you sabotage your plan. Okay, so that is a thinking style. And that can really affect your well-being. We have a third one called the Mr. or Miss Black and White. This one is a very famous one, okay, everyone? You think in terms of polarities. Sama ada I'm bagus, I'm so good, or I'm a failure. Either I get all A and hit my CGPA target, or I'm terrible and I'm bad and I hate myself. Either I manage to do perfectly in every assignment, ataupun I'm a bad student. So this is called the Mr. or Miss Black and White. You know what? If the way we treat ourselves is the way we treat others juga. Next time, if you have a friend, you might say, they are such a nice person. Wow, I like them so much. The moment they make a mistake, cancel, unfriend, unfriend. You don't want to friend them, block them. So that is actually a very sad way of thinking because we feel like it must be perfect, otherwise I cancel them. So it's dangerous for us to think that way because sometimes we put too much of expectations and perfectionism on ourselves and others. Mr. or Miss Superhero. This one is when it's so difficult for you, kalau katakan you're doing a group work project, right? So difficult for you to delegate to your group mates. You rasa you kena buat everything. Anybody here macam tu tak? Okay, difficult to delegate. You feel like, I should do it. I must do it. You tend to put a lot of pressure on yourself. And then the other one is called the imposter syndrome. This one, you always feel like you are bad or not good. You are, not functioning well. You are the special penapis ajaib ni, special filter. You only remember the bad things about yourself. All the good things goes through the filter. Anybody like that? Okay. Now, you guys, I want to ask you, your turn to type in the chat box. Which one can you relate to, or would you say none of the above? Come on. Which one, my dear? Everyone, can you share with me? I will tell you first, okay? Mine, I can relate to the Mr. or Miss Black and White. I was like that. Sometimes I can go back to that as well. So, you tend to put a lot of pressure to be perfect and good. So sometimes that can really put a lot of pressure. The way I manage myself is I say to myself, okay, manage your expectation, Pam. Lower your standard. Okay, what about you guys? Which one can you relate to? Okay, somebody says, I am a, wow, thank you guys for sharing. Okay, just share with you. A lot of DM here. Okay, thank you so much, by the way. I'm a mix of filtering, then I go to self-sabotage. Okay, I can relate to the imposter one. So a lot of you are filtering, you're telling me, black and white, okay. The shoot thinking style, the Miss Emergency and Miss Black and White, superhero. Okay, superhero. You are the black and white sabotage superhero. I am the superhero one, but I have a lot of group assignment right now. So a lot of you feel like you take on a lot of, so you need to really manage this expectation. How do we do it? Like this. Instead of taking on everything, we become calm. We say to ourselves, yes, I haven't been so consistent, but it's not too late. No, what happened in my work does not define me as a human being. I need to be calm. I need to be compassionate to myself. Sayangilah diri anda. Don't be put too much pressure on yourself. Health, self-worth. Know that you are capable and God has given you great gifts. And we need to be emotionally agile. Apa maksudnya agile? Dekat sini. Emotionally agile means, okay, agile means, right? We are able to embrace whatever that happens. Let's say, for example, if something bad happened to you, like somebody scold you ke, God forbid, okay? But if something happened to you, macam you didn't manage to submit something ke, you miss a deadline ke, ataupun something terrible happened ke, think about how that experience brought out something good in you. What is the hikmah di sebalik that experience? What does it show you about yourself? And think, how can I embrace it and move above it? If you can do all this, right, you are agile emotionally. It's by this doctor called Susan David. She came up with this term. Emotionally agile means, right, we're so flexible. We're not like macam very like strict and rigid with our emotions. We're able to feel like, okay, I feel sad right now, but I'm not going to let that person control my day. I'm still going to enjoy my day. I'm going to be kind and, I'm not doing anything bad. Okay, this one is very interesting here, everyone, for your mind and for your well-being. Okay, you guys know about Wi-Fi. You saw just now, we all had some technical issues just now, kan? Because Wi-Fi, kita ada kekangan sikit. We have a little bit of limitations with Wi-Fi, with the bandwidth. You know how the bandwidth is like not completely perfect sometimes, right? Because if there's a lot of people using the bandwidth at home, a lot of people are sharing with you your Wi-Fi, the area that you're in, so it's not so strong. Just like that, you also got bandwidth inside you that is called psychic bandwidth. Okay, so that is your own bandwidth, okay? Psychic bandwidth means, kan, how do we spoil our bandwidth? Macam mana kita slow down? How do we slow our bandwidth and not be so productive? When you think too much about too many things, when you accommodate and accumulate too much problem in here, jadi jam, traffic jam, and then you cannot function, and it becomes slower. And you want to think of something pun you tak boleh think tau. You cannot even be creative with your own, the stuff that you want to do. You can't even think outside the box because your psychic bandwidth is very limited now. So how do we do it, everyone? Okay, let me share with you a very simple way that we can harness our psychic bandwidth. Every day for at least 1 hour, ataupun if you cannot 1 hour, at least 30 minutes, do something that makes you feel joy or meaning, some kind of meaning or joy. Something that's for yourself. If possible, not involving your phone and laptop, if possible. Something to do with outdoors, something to do with with people, having a nice group activity. It's really wonderful if you can do that for yourself. Every day, if I have students who love to do arts and crafts, or painting or drawing. You know, dekat YouTube pun they teach a lot of tutorials. If you can do stuff like that, right, anything at all that gives you meaning and joy, even if watching a comedy or listening to music or anything, whatever that gives you joy, this is going to open your mind and become like so creative sound. And it's a very nice thing. Another thing that can help with your well-being is focus on things that are within your control. Okay, for example, pandemic, economy, outside our control. Don't think about it. It's outside our control. Focus on what is within your control, overlapping with what is most important. Your parents, your family, your health, your joy. That is most important. What is within your control and how can you do that? So spending time with your family, spending time for your health, take care of your health. If you're tired, rest. If you're hungry, eat. Don't other things before that. So that can help your well-being juga. It's a very important thing. And another thing, another reminder for mind, reframe your thoughts. Remember that your thoughts will affect your emotions. Your emotions will affect your behavior. I'll give you a simple example, okay? Say, for example, you WhatsApp your friend and your friend has a blue tick, but didn't baca the message. I mean, didn't reply to you. Didn't reply to you. That's a very common thing, kan? So if, let's say, for example, you feel like, no respect lah dia, so rude. Kenapa dia tak reply? She does not respect me. And then the next moment, so your thoughts are, she does not respect me. She is so rude. Your feelings are, I am so angry and frustrated with her. Your behavior is, lah, when she comes and see me, kan, and really be rude to her juga. So most probably it's gonna be that cycle. But if you change your thoughts, dia busy ke masa tu? Maybe she has class that time. Maybe she saw the message, but she was in the middle of doing something else and she wanted to reply, but she forgot about it. Maybe she just couldn't reply and she wants to think about it properly. So maybe she's traveling or she's driving, she's on the bus or whatever. Then your feelings will be like, let me be patient and hopeful. And your behavior will be like, let me give her the benefit of the doubt. Goes on, right? So that will have a very nice effect. Okay. The next one is called emotion management. So remember, physical management, mind management, emotion management. And this one is about agility and how you make your emotions strong, go with the flow and have compassion to yourself. The next one is called behavior management. So this one is very similar to this. Knowing that your behavior can affect your emotions and your thoughts. If you look at this one here, kan, the arrow is one way, kan? Tapi sebenarnya, the arrow can also go the other way. Your behavior can also affect your emotions, and your emotions can also affect your thoughts. So for example, a lot of people got depression. Sometimes they are not able to come out of it or think about what to do. At the hospital, sometimes you know what you will do? We'll give them like a program to follow, a physical program, some exercise. So when they do that, right, somehow it does something to their emotions. And then they can think a bit better. So if any one of you feels like, I feel so demotivated, I feel so sad, maybe try engaging in a physical activity. Just take a walk or, follow a 10-minute Zumba on YouTube or, walk somewhere, go somewhere, go outside for a while. Just, you really feel different when you do that. You come back feeling different. Okay, the fifth one is called human management. Human beings are one of the biggest stressor in our life, and they can also be the biggest blessing in our life. Am I right, everyone? Can you share with me? Who is your favorite human? Who do you feel is the kind of person in your life that gives you joy, that always motivates you? Can you share with me in the chat box? So remember to send love to yourself. Oh, family. Okay, thank you, my dear, for sharing. Okay, so send empathy, forgiveness. Think about the nice things that the people have done for you, your best friends, okay? Bring out the best in others and bring out the best in you. And who's this one? Somebody says, I don't know. Somebody says, my mother. Okay. Avoid high emotional spikes, kan? Macam, if you really feel angry with your family member or somebody who is your support system, kalau boleh, delay the reaction first. Delay it. Think first. Sabar first. I remember a friend told me this. Sabar is not just an emotion, tau. It's also a physical element. Sabar is not just like, okay, emotionally, I want to be patient. No, it's also a physical element of delay your reaction. Delay, wait, count to 5 at least, and then think, what do you want to say now? So this human management is something another very important thing is say no to the right things at the right time to the right persons in the right way. A lot of times we don't say no when we are supposed to, and we end up forcing ourselves to do things to please people. And we all do that sometimes, and that can really affect your well-being. So remember to say yes to you. That is important. And we have one more thing here called spiritual management. Really spend time with our maker. That's very important. Spend time with God, because we know we have a soul. We cannot run away from that. We know we have a soul, kan? We have a mind, we have a body, and we have a soul. And this soul also needs food. We need food for our mind, which is like you study, you read your notes. Even coming here today is food for your mind, kan? Lepas tu, you have food for your body. How many of you had breakfast already? Okay, that's food for your body. Then you need food for your spirit juga, for your soul juga. And that is you do zikir, when you pray solat, and then you know, when you're doing all of this, you really feel so wonderful. You feel so nice and happy and at peace. This is something very important for your well-being. You cannot run away from this. Even research has shown that spiritual element and prayer and mindfulness and all of this can really affect our well-being. This is the energy. So we all have got energy in our body. We got the mental, emotional food. When you laugh and all that, that's emotional food. Physical food is when you eat. Spiritual food is the prayer. So this is the energy. You need to know your energy, because this is linked to your well-being. And then a very important element, time. Time can really affect our well-being. Can you guys tell me, do you feel happy with the way your timetable is, or do you feel like, no, I'm not happy with it actually, ma'am, I want to change it? Okay, what do you guys think? Are you happy with your time management? Like if you ask me, I think I have to improve my time also even more. I want to have more time with my family actually, so I really need to adjust my time. But I'm not happy. Okay, somebody's not happy. Somebody says happy. Anybody else? So I would recommend take your Google Calendar, your calendar function in your phone, and set an activity for every waking hour. You will feel so nice. Yes, exactly. Somebody in the chat says, I don't have time. You need to have me time. That is why, I started to wake up very early in the morning, and I feel like that time is so sacred now. It's between God and me and myself, and I feel like I like to start the day with just myself, for everybody else. Email, meeting, this and that. So it's very important for you, my dears. Okay, so time for yourself, time for work, time for family, time for prayer, and time to exercise, and time to sleep. So I think I'm going to stop here for now, my dears. I'm going to take questions from. Okay. So can you share with me your questions? I'm going to just stop sharing now. Okay, everyone. Can you share with me any questions?
Okay, thank you, Miss Pamela. It's so wonderful lesson. Maybe I have know about my thought pattern.
Yeah.
And you give us a various tips for gain our well-being. Okay, now this time for the audience for giving question or comment maybe, but previously you could raise your hand and then you can unmute to deliver your question. Okay.
Okay, anybody can ask me. Oh, I think I see something in the chat box here. Is well-being a spectrum? Okay, so it depends on how we would like to define spectrum actually, because it's not to say it can be. Some people call it a spectrum as well. They call it a well-being spectrum. They have like well-being, but neuroticism, depression, and all that. So all of these they said can look at the well-being spectrum. So that's a very wonderful question, by the way. So I think some people say it's a construct. Some people say it's a spectrum. So I love your question. I think it can be, research has shown it can be a spectrum. It also can be a construct. So how do we look at it and define it? What makes it that way? Thank you so much, Tirish, for that question.
Okay. Another question.
What aspects of well-being in a multicultural perspective could be looked into more in our researches? Okay, I think it's wonderful if you can look at, for example, if you're planning to do in Asia, the different Asian countries have got different perspective of well-being. And then maybe the West and the East, how do they look at well-being? For example, in some culture, if they don't have their own property or car or anything, it's like the well-being is not so high. If they look in some culture, they said, okay, that's not important as long as you get a good job. It's no, and have a high savings is more important. In some culture, in some African countries, how to know if the person has high well-being? Dia kena berisi. Dia kena berisi. It has to be somebody who is quite, macam you can say, how do I say, horizontally blessed. They are quite like macam flesh. They have quite, how do I say it nice? So it's like they're quite macam flashy and like quite, like, a little bit on the plump side now, because that is a symbol of prosperity and happiness. So if they see a person very slim, kan, they say, "Wow, you're very sad. You got problem ke? You're not rich ke?" Macam tu. So over there, some African countries macam tu. If you're plump, kan, it's wow, it's great. It means the status of kaya tu. You're very rich and you're very happy. So different perspective of well-being. Okay, how can we consistently maintain good emotions? I think for that one, kan, it's such a good question actually. It can be very difficult sometimes. I admit it, even for myself. But you know what? Oh, a very simple way is this. Imagine that you have an invisible remote control. Okay? And this remote control must always be in your hands, not in anyone else's hands. And you need to decide, today is my happy day. Ding! So you play the happy kind of moment for yourself. Don't ever, if somebody insults you, you can still say, no, the remote control is in my hand. God has blessed me with this autonomy. And I'm going to choose to be happy. If you feel that somebody has made you sad and your whole day is spoiled, kan, dia seolah-olah sudah bagi your remote to that person. And they are now controlling your emotion. I know a lot of people in relationships, kan, whether they are fiancé ataupun boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, usually they say that if the other significant other is in a bad mood, they also bad mood. Because the person will make them feel anxiety and everything. So make sure, even in your future partner, you find someone who will enhance and support you and not take your remote control away from you, right? You always have to keep it in your hand, reclaim it back. Okay, I can see someone here. Thank you for the great talk. This is my question. Why is it important to take culture in consideration, especially when defining well-being? I think because maybe it's good for us to know in the culture that we are living in around us, what is well-being? For example, I'm Malaysian. And if I go to Australia, what does well-being mean to them? What does happiness mean to them? And what does living a good life mean to them? I need to know and read that, then I can understand them better. And they will understand me better as well, if they understand the Malaysian culture of well-being. For example, this is a very surface level of example. I remember joining a competition, kan? It was a 3-minute thesis competition. Have you guys heard about that before? 3-minute thesis competition? It's a very interesting competition where you have to share your thesis in 3 minutes. So I joined that competition dulu. And it was so gempak and so happening tau dekat Malaysia. The way they organized, the way they did, kan, was so like music, lights, was so amazing the way they did it. Then when I went to Australia to compete in the Southeast Asia Pacific punya level, I competed in the Malaysian level, but so I went for Southeast Asia Pacific level. When I went there in Australia, it was very quiet and very different. It was more of a quiet kind of a thing. So for them, probably you can see that it's a bit different. Malaysians like to celebrate everything. I think even Indonesians as well. We like to celebrate and we love all this kind of loud music, and celebration is a beautiful thing for us. Culture, this cultural aspect is very important. So I think in some places in the West, like maybe in the US, it's a bit different. Australia is a bit different as well. In the UK, I think will be different. So when we know that, we can understand, okay, what does well-being mean there? And then we can understand why people behave a certain way. Why? When they're happy, they're like, in the UK kan, the expression of emotions is not as much kan. You can see, right? Even if they're angry pun, they're quite monotone. I'm not so happy about the way that you conducted the presentation just now. Kalau kita macam, kenapa macam tu? For example. So the way they express pun is a bit different, right? Okay, I see some other questions. Hello, I would like to ask when I would know if what I feel is languishing, not a mental issue. Okay, how do we know that you're languishing and not floundering? Okay, a little bit of a reminder, everyone, in case you forgot, okay? Let's go back to that, just in case you forgot. So she's asking, how do I know if I am actually in this stage here? Okay, here, if I am in the stage of languishing and not floundering. So remember, languishing means you don't have a mental illness and you're not happy either. Floundering means have a mental illness and you're not happy. So I think a way for us to know is this checklist here. This one. Macam, look at the last line. How severe are your issues or your symptoms? Is it really affecting you macam the whole day? How frequent do you have those languishing symptoms? Or, you know, the negative mood? What is the duration? How frequent? Is it every week, every day? And the whole day ke ataupun just 1 hour? And is it affecting your functioning sampai you cannot even get out of bed? So how is that actually affecting you? Then we can know whether is it really languishing or floundering. If your answer is yes, it's severe. Yes, it's affecting my functioning. Yes, it's like every day I'm macam tu for the past 2 weeks. I think it's safe to say you might. And then it's good to seek help. Whatever you're doing, right, please seek help. Do you know that I called up Befrienders once before? No, Befrienders, by the way, is a hotline in Malaysia. Do you have that? What is your talian here? What do you call any talian that you have for mental health? I remember once I was having like a problem, but I was so curious to check how is the talian, the hotline. So I called them up and everything. Do you guys have like a hotline for mental health? If you have any issue, you can call them. It's free. I think you have that. Yeah, so that is also good, everyone. Don't ever keep your problems to yourself. You have like, I'm looking at your names, you got buddy and everything, kan? I'm guessing that you have a buddy system here. I think it's going to be so awesome if you have that, actually. Okay, another PM question here. I'm seeing a lot of secret questions here. Okay, can you give me an example of emotional agility? How do we achieve that? Okay, that's a really important question, actually. For example, what example shall I use? Can you give me an example of a negative experience? Maybe then I can give you, can you tell me something bad like that happened? The thing that I'm thinking about right now is like, let's say the death of my friend, okay? Like my best friend, right? So that incident was so painful. I even think about her sometimes and I'm like, I cannot believe she's not alive. Oh my gosh. So because she's so young. And then I was thinking, okay, what does that show me about myself? The pain and the crying shows me that I can love someone so much, even though they're not my family member, but they're like family to me. So it shows me about myself. So you use your negative situation that you're in and reflect, what is the meaning behind this? What does this show me about me? It really shows that this is what I'm going through, and it shows every pain that you go through shows that you value your life so much. That's why you feel pain, because you care about it. If someone blocked you, unfriend you, if somebody was hurtful to you, you feel pain. It shows that you have a value of love, and actually they meant something to you. That's why you felt the pain. So to embrace that situation, okay, emotional agility, to embrace it, reflect. What does it mean to me? What does it show me about myself? What can I learn about this situation? Embrace the situation. Don't fight it. And then think, how can I move forward? Don't move on. Move on. So olah-olah kita macam suppress and forget about it. Forward. You take it with you and move forward. It's not like I forgot about my friend. I'm taking that pain with me, but I'm still moving forward with it. It's as if you are wearing a shoe yang ada a pebble. Ada pebble. And imagine kasut ni, you cannot take it out. You are hiking up a mountain, okay? And if I told you, you cannot take it out, okay? Cannot take it out. Cannot take out this pebble. You kena jalan juga. What will you do? You will try to adjust your foot in such a way so that it doesn't feel that pain. and you will move forward. So that is what we need to do. All the pebbles that you have, try to take it along with you, embrace it, and then see how can I move forward. But at the same time, try to find ways to slowly eventually get the pebble out. So try to come out of it, but don't rush it. Take your time, find ways to overcome it and manage it. If you cannot do it on your own, get help. Get some help to do it. Because if we try to like macam I don't want to be sad, you become macam toxic positivity tau. And toxic positivity ni, it sounds like you're not allowed to be sad. I remember when I was grieving and crying and sad, kan, after 1 week, I was still sad. After 2 weeks, I was still sad. And then I remember talking to one of my friends about it. And I remember my friend was very worried about me. And then she said, hey, Pam, you cannot be like this. You must come out of it. Forget about it. Don't talk about it anymore. Then I was like, no, that's very dangerous. It's actually okay to talk about it. It's seolah-olah kita macam cakap macam it's okay to not be okay. It's okay not to be okay. But it's even better to get help, of course. But if you're not okay yet, don't suppress it. I give you a simple test right now, kan? If I tell you, don't think about the purple dinosaur wearing a red skirt. Don't imagine the purple dinosaur wearing a red skirt, everyone. Okay, how many of you saw Barney wearing a red skirt? Anybody? Did you see? Did you see the picture in your mind as I kept on saying, don't. Exactly, right? Somebody says yes. Okay. So that is what happens. The more kita cuba untuk suppress, pendam, the stronger it becomes. The more you talk about it, the less it becomes. It slowly loses its power. The better you feel. So talk about it with someone. You need someone to talk about it with. If nobody wants to listen to you, talk about it to a counselor, a psychologist, a hotline. You really deserve to talk about it, everyone. So that's what I would say about emotional agility. Do you guys remember Princess Unikitty from Lego Movie? Do you know? Anybody know her? It's the picture that I showed you just now. Wait, let me find it. So if you watch Lego Movie, kan, this one, I think you know. Yeah, okay, so Fadila says she knows. Okay, so if you watch it, it's actually a very nice comedy. It's not childish, but it's actually funny. So this is Princess Unikitty, everyone. This girl over here, okay. Hey, where is she? She got lost. Okay, over here. This is Princess Unikitty. So in the beginning of the show, they will say that she is actually such a happy kitty tau. She will say, welcome to Cloud Cuckoo Land. Here in Cloud Cuckoo Land, there's no room for any negativity, any bad idea, or any negative idea. We push down deep down inside where you'll never ever find them. And then later, you will see that she pendam kan. Suddenly she got a meltdown and an outburst, an anger outburst, and dia kelihatan macam tu. So actually, it's very dangerous for us to. We need to be like allow ourselves not to feel expressions, but this one is very important. I think I saw some questions like just now, like you don't have to vent it out, but to take it out on a person. If you're angry, if you're upset, we don't have to show that anger on somebody innocent. We just need to find a more strategic, creative, helpful way to channel that anger. If I'm angry or sad, I will listen to music, I will exercise, go cycling, and then let it out. And then you'll feel the endorphins, and then you'll be able to think a bit more better to manage it. Okay, it's right now. I pass to you first at the moment. Any other thing that we can?
Okay. The audience direct message Miss Pamela, so I can read. I could read the question, but you always answer it directly too. So, is there any question from the other audience? Maybe I will ask you one question.
Okay,
is
sure.
it dangerous if we pretend to be happy?
Okay, that's very important. Actually, that's a great question. I think it can be dangerous because it's something like suppressing, isn't it? So we are putting on the mask of happiness, but inside we're. So I think if we're doing it in a way where we are compartmentalizing, say for example, something negative happened. Like there was once something happened. I remember I received a sad news just 3 minutes before my webinar not start. I got a webinar like this, and 3 minutes before that I was crying. And then I remember my eyeliner and my mascara. I was like, oh, so sad. Lepas tu, I was like, oh no, I have to go for my webinar. Ambil the compact powder and put. So I was like, so actually what I had to do was, and it was one of the best webinars that I gave. So actually, you know what happened? I took all that sadness, I channeled it in a way that I could be real and sincere to the people I was talking to, and I tried to compartmentalize that painful incident. I put it in a corner first. Imagine it's like an egg carton kan. I put that in a one corner first, and then now I'm going to talk to these people, these wonderful people who came to invest their time to listen to me. I'm going to talk to them. I'm going to focus on them. I'm going to put a pin on that incident just now. So I will revisit that after this webinar. So it's like a very nice way to compartmentalize. So I think in that way, it's healthy. Tapi if we are putting on a facade, pretending to be happy all the time, it might become suppression. And then we become like Princess Unikitty, like, suddenly have an outburst when the wrong timing, So I think it's very important for us to be genuine with our emotions. But if you want to be, let's say, for example, you don't have to show it all the time to people. Of course not. Sometimes you want to show it to the right person only, right? So I think you're putting on a very happy face now, but make sure you have time to revisit emotion, like that compartmentalize. Remember, just like eggs, kan, telur, if you don't treat and take the egg from that compartment, nanti lama-lama jadi busuk and crack. So we need to always address that. Yeah, thank you so much. There is a question here. There's another question. Maybe I can take that last question, is it? Should I take that? It's a DM question. What happened if I already diagnosed and seek for help, but I still think that I didn't get any better? Okay, so I'm guessing that you have already seen a psychologist and it's already seeking for help, but you didn't get any better. I would say continue your therapy, continue, because sometimes it takes a bit of time. I mean, sometimes, right? It takes time for these emotions to get better. So it might be a bit like, I got a client who was having anxiety. After a few sessions, she started to slowly overcome her anxiety. But it didn't happen like right away. So maybe you can give it a bit of time. As time goes by, I pray, God willing, that it will get better. Somebody says here, I agree with you, Doc, since we have different coping strategies and whether passive and active, as long as it's effective and its benefits outweigh the harm, then we are good. Thank you so much, Dr. Pamela. Okay, yes, exactly. Benefits outweigh the harm, yes. Thank you, my dear.
Okay. If there are no questions, I feel very pleased to hear your lesson about how to manage all of things in my life, in our life, to gain the well-being, like a physical, mind management, and then emotion, behavior, human, spirit, and time management. I'm glad to meet you, Miss Pamelia. I hope the audience got a lot of positive knowledge about well-being, and they can manage themselves to more well-being. Start now. Thank you, Miss
Thank you so
Pamelia.
much, Miss Ratna. Thank you, Miss Ratna. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. God bless you.
And I will give to the Master of Ceremony. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much, Dr. Pamelia, for the insightful lecture, and Mrs. Ratno for the guide. I guess we have to back to Mandah University for introduction, since we haven't have clear information from Mandah University for the introduction for him.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Dr. Pamelia.
Dr. Pamelia. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Salam. Take care.
Bye. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Miss Retno Setianingsih. Maybe
from Manda University, Sarma.
Han Sarma, are you here? Han Sarma already chat in the chat box, but we still want to see her and then other explanation about Manda University. We are very curious about Manda University. Where are you, San Sarma? We see you at the participant list.
Oh, okay. Is there any delegation from the university that can place San Sarma to introduce yourself and fellow?
Hello.
It's already on. Hi, San
Hello,
Sarma.
everyone.
Oh my God, gorgeous. Hi, gorgeous. Hi. Oh, we can see your face, but we can't hear.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Hi.
My name is Sansarma. I'm from Mongolia, and I'm studying accounting tax Manda University in Mongolia. And our university has about 300 students. The principal of our school is called Mrs. Nanjit. Mrs. Nanjit. She's a very strong woman, and she's my mentor. I'm so happy participated today's event. Are you calling me? My voice is clearly. Hello.
Hello. I can hear your voice clearly, but is it your signal or
now it's clearly? Yes or no?
Yeah, now it's clear. So because we can't hear you clearly before, so can you repeat how many students from Manda University that join IDIP? Hello, Ma, can you hear us? Yeah, how many students university that join IDIP?
Hello.
hello guys? Am I audible?
I'm sorry, guys.
Sorry guys. Wait a minute.
Just wait a minute.
Hello.
Hello, Sansarma. Can you hear me?
Hello. Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry for we have a connection problem here. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay, you can continue, please.
Okay.
From Manda University, Sansarma.
Okay. I'm here with 5 of my friends. Their name is Asesh, Tirgus, Tirmekmar, Inchimik, and me.
Actually, I'm very curious because your name is language. So, can you tell us what kind of language that you use in? Yeah.
Sorry, your voice is not clearly and paused.
I'm sorry. Pardon. Could you please repeat? Oh, it's been slow.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. We have other technical issue. So,
Thank you, San Sarma, for the introduction. In another section, join our lecture and another event. Yeah, thank you, San Sarma.
University. Oh my God, so gorgeous. Oh my God. All of the is very gorgeous.
And also the man.
Also the man, actually.
Are gorgeous.
Look at him, shining, shimmering. So, what's next, Sister Risa? What will you?
Yeah, it's already no, not 12 o'clock already, but it's I guess it's time for us to lunch break in Indonesian time. So we'll take a break and we'll meet again at 13 p.m. in time. Yeah, see you guys in one to come. Yeah, bye.
See you.
Everyone.
Have a good meal. Have a good
Bye.
rest.
See you.
Bye. See you.